The last couple of videos that I've uploaded have been very long, so I'm going to try and cut them up into shorter sections and maybe only do one thing, one task per video. It's July 2nd now. Happy July, everybody. Happy 4th. And what we're going to do in this video is just categorize the rest of the transaction. I was going to do some creation of financial statements as well, but I'll add that in another video, not this one, so this one can be a little shorter. So this one, all that we're going to do is categorize the rest of these transactions and finish out the categorization tracking activity for June. So let's go ahead and get started on that, huh? So I'm just going to go account by account, just as before, starting with the staging account. Actually, let's start from the bottom, huh? Let's go from the bottom. Let's go from the bottom. So we got 3 new transactions to approve. First is Costco gas, so that's obviously for car. And then we have Costco, which is groceries. Grocery shopping at Costco. While I was there, why not? And then we have this one, Pure Talk Holdings, which is a subscription. Cell phone coverage is obviously a subscription. Discover IT card. So this is a payment from the staging account. So the way that we handle this is that we take the payee and make it a payment from staging. There we go, and approve it. And now if we go into the staging account real quick here, we're going to see a linked transaction right here, payment into Discover IT 5%, outflow $6. So let's just go ahead and approve that one right there. Now let's go on to the next one. It's nice because YNAB gives you these little dots next to the accounts that have remaining transactions to categorize. So this one, Coach Connections, is a subscription as well. Hello Fresh, Whole Fresh 21273 blah blah, that are groceries. This might be a bug actually, but you see when I click on the category, right? You get the list of the categories and you also get the amount that's available in that category. This is showing the amounts available for July. But since this is a transaction that occurred in June, it's not showing that amount. So that's a bug. That's a bug, huh? I don't know. Maybe it's not a bug. Maybe that's how it's supposed to work. That is how it's working right now. So whatever. So that's easy. See how easy this stuff is? It's really not that hard. Okay. This is fun, right? Remember when we impulsively paid off this credit card? Here's that transaction. It's cool. Something happens, then you see what happens right away. And this card now has a balance of 0. I haven't seen that in a long time on this card. That's pretty awesome. So I'll go up into the staging account and just approve this linked transaction there, which is also the transfer of money. Okay. For the Amazon card, so YNAB is trying to be really smart here and auto-categorize things for me, because I used this card one time before to do a transfer of reimbursable expenses, or I guess it's determining it by the payee, but I don't think that these expenses here are work expenses. I know this one is not. This one is I bought a blender, what's it called? What's that thing called that spins around and blends the stuff? A blender blade. I bought it on Amazon, and it's a health category. Here's sometimes what happens when you buy used stuff. I bought a used blender from somebody off of OfferUp. I bought it, and the first time I used it, it leaked. I took it apart, and there was a washer in there that was deteriorated and old, I guess. Maybe that's what was causing the problem. It could have been the ball bearings or something inside of it, but I decided I'm just going to buy a new blender blade for it. So it's kind of like buying a used car as well. You're going to have some problems with it. And this, I don't remember what this is actually. I don't remember, so let me go look at that. Oh, I remember what it is. Yeah, I bought a notebook. So I bought a notebook, a dot grid notebook. So this is going to be everything else other, because really, it doesn't really fit anywhere else, right? Ba-ba-da. Yep, it's other. There we go. Okay, now this card. This is the card that I need to stop using. So the first thing we got is an auto payment, staging. So this is the card that I'm going to be paying off next, right? If you go back and watch the video, I say that I'm going to pay off the Chase SR card first. But the amount of time it'll take me to pay off this card, the APR on this card would go up to 20 point whatever %. So I'm going to focus on getting this one out of the way first, and then focus on paying down that one last. Okay, so Gordo's, this is dining out. Yeah, I believe it was a work lunch. I ate a big burrito and I got like a really bad stomach ache that lasted the entire rest of the day. So it kind of turned me off from wanting to eat Gordo's now again, Okay, so this is health, because these are all nutrients. Wendy's, yeah, remember that. This was a work lunch. I was driving out to places and got pretty hungry. Kind of the only thing to eat when you're on the road is fast food places. But I gotta tell you this. It was so good. It was delicious. Fast food places like McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, KFC, all their food tastes like really delicious. So it's like, I don't know, it's bad for you, but I enjoy eating it every once in a while. Alright, so this is, I bought some tape, so that's other hardware. I'll just call it tape, whatever. And okay, this is also a work lunch. Trying to go for some consistency there. And that's dining out. Awesome. And this is interest charge. So we have a category specifically for that, so we can track it. Right on. So now I put this card in my drawer, and I'm not taking it out. These are all card present transactions, meaning that I handed the card to the person, and they used it, or stuck it in the machine myself. And if we look at the cash flow machine right here, there's no other reoccurring transactions on this card, so this should be good to this card is ready to be paid off. And same for this one too. I've moved everything elsewhere and canceled other things that were on that as well. So let's go. We have one more account here. Alright, so there's a linked transaction from the Amex card. Okay, now we have interest paid to me. That's cool. So this is actually an inflow to be budgeted because that is considered taxable income. It's going to be too little probably for the year to warrant getting a 1099 for it. But since it is that type of income, we're going to put that as the inflow to be budgeted. Okay, so this is Venmo. Somebody paid me on Venmo for something. I don't remember what it is, so I'm going to go look it up. Oh boy. Well, if I gotta get my phone, I'm just gonna look at Venmo on my phone anyway. Got it. I remember what it was for. So it was for something that I sent in the mail, and since this is like I paid for something to be shipped, I'm gonna see if I can find that transaction. It would have been for USPS. Mail. Package. No. Probably sent it even before June, before I started doing this. Yeah, I think I sent it back in May, before I started. So the reason that I'm looking for that budget category is that I would want to categorize this transaction to be in the same category. But since it's not there, I guess it's going to fall into other, because had I sent that package, I would have categorized the mailing expense as everything else other. So that's where it's going to go. This one, I also saw this one as well. This is for groceries. Okay, it's a refund from my roommate for a part of the groceries that I got. All right, here's my paycheck. Cool. So remember, last paycheck was around 1,600. So good thing I estimated my salary for the month of being just around 3,000. Okay, so here's another thing, and oh no, this is another component that I have not added to my cash flow diagram, right? It's not here. This is actually something left over from before. I never took this away. This transaction is an automatic investment or automatic transfer of money. Each month I send $100 to my Vanguard account. All right. So for sake of completion, we're going to add this in here. Vanguard question marks, because it's a mystery of what that is. Who knows? Who knows what that is? Well, because I forgot about it, it's got to be added to the list. And we're going to put in here a text box of $100 per month. So this side is already starting to get filled out a little bit. All right, but that's going to remain a mystery as to what that is for now. Okay, so let's go back to this thing, and I wonder if I'm going to categorize it now or I will save this until later on. I'll talk about it real quick here, because this thing is not an expense. It's not an expense. So categorizing it as like an expense is going to be an incorrect way of categorizing the thing. It's going to end up being something in cash flow tracking. So actually, why don't I just do it right now? Cash flow tracking, I'm going to add a category. Call it investing, or why not? And it's going to go into the cash flow tracking category. Save that. All right. That's it. It's kind of like a remnant of what I had already built, right? All right. So now we got two transactions from July that I just got. So this is the health sharing company that I signed up with. So I paid $103 per month, plus there's a $50 fee for getting started, basically. So that is going to go into the health or the insurance category. So it's going to be like half. My insurance expense amount is going to be like half going forward now. And this, obviously, you know, looks like rent, right? So that's good. Right on. Right on. Why can't I do that? There we go. Okay, we're all done. Everything's clear. We're completely done with the categorization for July, no, for June. For June. So in the next video, we're going to look at the cash flow statement. We're going to build the cash flow statement, the income statement, and then update the balance sheet. Just as a little sneak preview here, we're going to look into reports. So go into June. June and July, they almost sound the same. And we'll see here. Okay, so first we look at the income. Summary of income. I got interest from my checking account. My checking account gives interest, guys. It's pretty cool. Not much, but you know, it's something. Most checking accounts don't give interest. It also gives me free ATM usages, so they refund the ATM fee. And there's my paycheck. All right, now let's look at expenses. Necessary and important. For rent, health, groceries, insurance, total was just under 1,900. Just under 1,900. Okay. The health part was kind of high because this is a month where I had to like restock on nutrients, so that pushed it up a little bit. Insurance is going to be cut from now on. so on. I think grocery is going to remain at that same level month over month or so, but we'll see what happens. Now let's look at everything else. Everything else, other. I got a positive balance there because of the refund I got for the package being sent. Dining out is 103. It's probably mostly going to be work lunches. Yep. There was 2 times where I ate out that didn't have a work lunch attached to it. And credit card interest 185. So just below 200, right? It's nice. This is not going to be charged next month. This is still going to be charged next month. This is still going to be charged next month. So that's going to go down. And that's going to be going down, down, down till the something or other song. All right, so total everything else was 631, right? Okay, and then cash flow tracking, 100 into investments. So this report, all right, this report is taking into account the cash flow tracking as well, although this is not really an expense. When I make my income statement, I'm not going to include this in there. Total expenses 2631, so that means we have a net income of 405. Yeah, so cool. We're in the green, we're in the positive. At least we're not in the negative, right? Right, guys? So that's good. So 405 here. Okay, I'm going to end this video here and make the next one about the financial statements, right? Because it's already getting a little long. All right, see you in the next video. Bye.